This is a great day. A long time coming for the event that's following here, but it's my pleasure as chairman of the Board of Trustees to welcome you, guests, CDU faculty, staff, students, alumni, and members of the CDU board. I am the chairman, and my day job is I'm the CEO at LA Care Health Plan. So welcome to Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science, a private university with a public mission. That mission reflects our commitment to preparing health professionals dedicated to social justice and health equity for underserved populations. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'm honored to welcome you to the 12th State of the Union Address, which Dr. David Carlisle, our President and CEO of the university, will deliver in a few moments. Dr. Carlisle will detail the university's recent developments, and there have been many just in the month of August, high points, and our vision for the future. Before I proceed, I'd like to introduce my fellow board members who are here today in person. Trustee Sanette Wee, wave, stand, something. Trustee Bida Amani. And Trustee Vijay Kaushik, where are you? There you are. Thank you all for being here. I'd now like to ask Reverend Dr. Kathy Wilburn, pastor of St. John's United Methodist Church, to join me at the podium to give the invocation.
I invite you to join me in the posture of your prayer. Let us pray. God of us all, we come on this beautiful day thanking you for those that have gathered, the shoulders on which these leaders stand. Thank you for their accomplishments this past year and those that are seated to bloom in the near future. As we give thanks for this season, we are grateful for those that have come to celebrate. And God, we ask through the witness of their sharing, through the presence of the good for humanity, the good of those that are leaders, the good of those that are laborers, the good of those that are administrators, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. God, we thank you and we give you thanks. For the people gathered would say, let it be so. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Wilburn, particularly for remembering those of us that are in the et cetera, et cetera, et cetera category. I'd now like to introduce Jerry Kimbati, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Kimbati is the president of the Charles Drew Student Government and is a student in the College of Science and Health. Welcome.
Good morning, all. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Well, thank you. It was very kind. Now I'd like to, it's a real pleasure to introduce someone who I've worked with over a number of years, recognized as a leader, and have come to become a friend. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. David Carlisle, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science. I would have screwed up one of the minutes.
Well, good morning, everyone. In fact, I'll even say great morning, everyone. In fact, as I said to Chair Bacchus earlier this morning, August isn't over yet. So we'll see what else happens at this university in the next few days. I just want to say thank you to everyone, our supporters, our partners, our guests, Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty, alumni, and students for taking the time to hear about the state of our university and later to join us in breaking ground for our new health professions education building. But before we go further, I want to recognize everyone else on the platform. We have the mayor of the city of Compton, Mayor Emma Sharif. Our new provost, Dr. Jose Torres Ruiz. Our three deans, Dean of the College of Nursing, Gail Washington. Dean of the College of Science and Health, Monica Farini. Dean of the College of Medicine, Deborah Prothero Stiff. We have our Senior Vice President for Finance, Elizabeth Baskerville. Senior Vice President for Advancement and Development, Angela Minifield. And the Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees, Dr. Vidya Kaushik. So last year I stood before you and acknowledged that Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science emerged from the COVID-19 pandemic at a fiscal and enrollment crossroads. Today, as we gather on our campus, we are stronger still, relishing our role as community-founded, standing our ground. For 58 years, we've responded to the Watts Revolt and have served as a promise of hope for South Los Angeles and under-resourced communities around the world, graduating more than 8,000 culturally, racially, and economically diverse physicians, nurses, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, radiologic technologists, and other health professionals who are mission-driven, practicing mainly in underserved areas of California, and our students, our graduates, are represented in 48 of the 50 U.S. states. We are proud that our student body is more than 80% African American, Latinx, Asian Pacific Islander, or those who identified with two or more races. What other institutions in California or anywhere in the nation can say this? This is why I am honored to lead another chapter at CDU as president and CEO and speak to the heart of our identity as a community-founded institution, regardless of the societal turmoil in which the nation finds itself. Turmoil that seems more focused on division instead of unity, hate instead of love, greed instead of opportunity, and adversity instead of diversity. I stand before you today in the heart of South Los Angeles, near the sacred ground that used to be known as Palm Lane, and on the shoulders of the very people who revolted as a cry for justice and breathed life into Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science. The CDU story is rooted in resilience, determination, defiance against the barriers and challenges that have tried to hinder our progress and our mission. Our theme for this year, Community Founded, Standing Our Ground, encapsulates this duality. It is a reminder of our origins and a declaration of our steadfast resolve to continue the fight for health equity and social justice, no matter the obstacles we face. So what does standing our ground mean, and what does it mean for CDU? At CDU, it means that we will never abandon our vision and our mission to train health professional leaders to eliminate healthcare disparities, and we will proudly embrace our identity as a place where hearts learn to heal. It means, despite COVID's impact on our enrollment and our finances, we will forge ahead as a private university with a public mission and continue growing the university's infrastructure and presence in this community and our student body from this and other communities like the one around us. By the end of this address, I hope you will agree that we are standing our ground. As I reflect on the last year, it's impossible to ignore the continued attacks on DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. The overturning of affirmative action by the Supreme Court has had a chilling effect across higher education and threatens to turn the clock back on some of the most important gains that we've made in this country. But at CDU, we will continue to stand our ground. How will we do this? CDU has survived and thrived under California's Proposition 209 for nearly 3 decades. We have organically remained one of the most diverse universities in our nation by simply reflecting the vibrant and culturally rich communities we serve. Our commitment to addressing the health and educational needs of Watts Willowbrook, South Los Angeles, and beyond is an unwavering mandate, not a trend. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is, and always will be, a central theme of our story, not just a chapter. DEI is in our DNA, and we will stand our ground. Indeed, when it comes to standing our ground, we do not stand alone. Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science has been blessed with the support of numerous partners and donors who share our community-founded mission to cultivate diverse health professional leaders who are dedicated to social justice and health equity for underserved populations through outstanding education, research, clinical service, and community engagement. Their contributions are not just financial, they are investments in the future of health and the well-being of our institution and the communities that our graduates will serve. This starts with investing in and uplifting CDU students, many of whom come from the under-resourced and underserved communities around us, communities like Watts, Willowbrook, and Compton. Give them the resources and education they need to return them back to the communities they come from as healthcare professionals where they can be change agents, advocates, and engines of economic empowerment. CDU is incredibly fortunate to have several partners who recognize how meaningful scholarships are to the students while they are in school, but also how scholarships impact student decisions on where and what to practice. Let me pause right now and thank LA Care Health Plan, Sutter Health, the California Wellness Foundation, UniHealth Foundation, Grifols Incorporated, and many, many others, including the Mendesian family of Culver City, who are collectively providing more than $2 million in scholarships every year and who have pledged funding of more than $10 million in the next 5 years to support our students. Other philanthropic partners through our 5-year, $95 million CDU Rising campaign, and by the way, our original target was $75 million over 5 years. At the end of year 2, we had hit our $75 million target, so what did? We raised it. And many of you who are present today are contributors to that campaign. So thank you for helping us stand our ground and break ground for the health professions education building that will house the College of Medicine and, like all other areas of the campus, be accessible to all students. This includes a $3 million grant from the California Endowment, $3 million from the W.M. Keck Foundation, and $2 million from the Leonard Hill Charitable Trust. And of course, saving the best for last, there is the monumental gift of $75 million to Charles R. Drew from Michael Bloomberg as part of an unprecedented 600, you may clap, yes. As part of an unprecedented $600 million from the Bloomberg Philanthropies to bolster the endowments of the nation's 4 historically black medical schools. This transformational gift, which is by far the largest in our university's history, is not just an investment in CDU, it is sowing the seeds in the future of healthcare, our students, and the communities we serve. Our partnership with Bloomberg Philanthropies began in 2020, during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, when Mr. Bloomberg's Greenwood initiative to strengthen Black families, opportunity to earn assets and reduce debt, reached out to learn more about CDU. Through conversations with the presidents of the historically Black medical schools, Mr. Bloomberg recognized the urgent need to reduce medical student debt. Their initial gift of over $7 million allowed us to provide significant debt relief for our medical students. So again, thank you, Mr. Bloomberg. But I will add another layer to this. When we were in New York 3 weeks ago to receive the news of the Bloomberg Award, Mayor Bloomberg shared why this investment was important to him. Specifically, he recalled, with tears in his eyes, one of his earliest childhood memories of sitting at the dinner table watching his father write a check for $50 to the NAACP. Mayor Bloomberg recounted, "We didn't have much money and we weren't Black. So I asked my father, why was he doing that? My father," he said that because discrimination against anyone is a threat to all of us. Michael Bloomberg has carried that lesson throughout his life, and his gift to us is one more way to honor what his parents taught him. So congratulations again, and thank you, Mayor Bloomberg. While it is impossible to acknowledge all of CDU's more than 300 annual donors, please know that each and every one of you has our deepest gratitude. Your gifts are vital to our students' success. The individual stories of our students are testaments to the power of perseverance, education, and a steadfast commitment to serve others. Our students not only embody the very values of CDU, but also exemplify how standing their ground in the face of adversity can lead to profound personal and professional growth. Each of their journeys is also a chapter in the ongoing story of our university, and together they highlight the impact that dedicated individuals can have on improving the health status of our communities. One such student is Mercedes Humsky. Mercedes. Mercedes graduated this past May from the College of Science and Health's Bachelor of Biomedical Sciences program. Born and raised in San Pedro, California, Mercedes has been a beacon of resilience and service. Growing up without medical insurance, she developed a deep understanding of the importance of healthcare and became a self-taught advocate for preventive medicine. Her journey to CDU was fueled by a desire to give back to her community, and her time here has only strengthened her resolve. As a former president of the Charles R. Drew student government, Mercedes led with passion and dedication, fostering a spirit of public service among her peers. Now, as she prepares to pursue a career in healthcare, Mercedes remains committed to addressing health disparities in underserved communities. Congratulations, Mercedes. Another student, Sabrina Montgomery. Sabrina, are you here? Well, she's in class, doing what she's supposed to be doing, studying hard. She's a proud native of Inglewood, California, and a member of the inaugural class of our 4-year medical degree program. Her personal experiences, including the loss of her grandfather to kidney failure and her father's early struggle with early onset dementia, ignited her passion for medicine and a commitment to serving underserved populations. Attending CDU was a dream come true for Sabrina, as it offered her the opportunity to be mentored by trailblazers who share her background and dedication to transform communities around her. Sabrina's journey is just the beginning, but her aspirations are clear. She aims to make a lasting impact on the health outcomes of women of color and to continue the work that CDU has inspired in her. Let's also consider Jason Clyde Ravallo, a recent graduate of the Mervyn M. Dimley College of Nursing's Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. Jason's path to nursing was driven by a desire to make a difference in the lives of others. Jason was drawn to CDU by our mission and the opportunity to work closely with underserved and diverse communities. Throughout his time here, he has connected deeply with faculty, students, and the broader CDU community. All this fueled his passion for holistic patient care. Looking forward, Jason is eager to contribute to the nursing field, to expand his professional resume, and explore new opportunities that align with his commitment to healthcare. So who knows what lies ahead for these current students and recent graduates? We'll pause for the ambulance. I think people know that I call this the sound of healthcare. So now let's take a look at our alumni. So CDU alum Dr. Etsemea Gonifar was recently appointed as LA's first Deputy Mayor of Homelessness and Community Health. Now I know Dr. Gonifar is not with us today, but I know that she's watching online, so Etsemea, greetings. And there are Alabi and Leye Akinloye, husband and wife graduates of the PA program, who each dedicated over 26 years to their profession. Alabi served in pediatrics, cardiology, trauma surgery, and occupational medicine, while Leye led the cardiothoracic surgery PA program at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Now retired, they encourage our current students to stay focused and resilient. And you are here. Greetings. Do you want to stand up also? Another shining example is Dr. Frederick Roford Sr., who graduated at the top of his class in the Radiologic Technology program in the year 2000, earning an Associate of Science degree. He currently works in cardiac catheterization at Kaiser Permanente. In 2022, Frederick established the Wolford Family Scholarship at CDU to help RadTech students succeed and complete their education. Amazingly, he has since recruited 9 of his family members to CDU's RadTech program. Thank you, Mr. Wolford. The backgrounds and legacy of our students and alumni inspire me and, I hope, assures you that CDU is not only standing its ground, but we are fertilizing the ground in the communities where education and health services are limited and making them more and more accessible. While students are at the center of why we exist, it is our staff and faculty who sustain our day-to-day efforts. The key players in our story are the background of our institution. So CDU is very proud to recognize the achievements of this talented team. Take, for example, Armando Estrada. Armando, where are you? Armando is our Director of Risk Management and Campus Safety, and he has just been selected as a board member for the LA chapter of the FBI's Citizens Academy, a testament to his leadership. Look at Dr. Lola Oganyemi. Lola's here. Lola. Not only is she the director of our Center of Bioinformatics, but she's also the interim vice president of research. She has also been selected to serve as the chair of the National Library of Medicine's Board of Regents for the 2024-25 cycle, and she's been a board member since 2021. So we also take pride in formally recognizing the collective excellence of our educators, and did so at our 11th annual Faculty Awards program. Congratulations to Dr. Sharit Selico, adjunct instructor for the ELM and BSN nursing programs. I don't know if Dr. Selico is here. We have Dr. Dulce Kerma. I think Dulce is here. Stand up if you are. Dulce is the director of CDU's pipeline programs, including the vaunted Saturday Science Academy. Dr. Lucy Kibe, the PA program director. I think people didn't see you, Dr. Kibe. She's the recipient of the Outstanding Research Award. We have Dr. Greta Vines Douglas, also in the PA program, recognized with the Outstanding Teaching Award. And Dr. Peregrina Arciaga, who's presented with the Outstanding Clinical Educator Award. So congratulations to all of our faculty members who are annual award recipients. So let's not forget how important our health disparities research enterprise is to this community and our ability to enroll and employ foot soldiers to help us stand our ground. With support from the American Cancer Society, the National Cancer Institute, the National Institute on Aging, and the National Institute of Minority Health and Health Disparities, CDU has benefited from more than $46 million in research and training grants during the past year. Congratulations, CDU. For example, we launched the Dana Center Initiative in partnership with UCLA through a 5-year, $9.8 million matched fund in partnership with the Dana Foundation. This initiative, featuring CDU's Dr. Denise Shervington. Dr. Shervington, where are you? You are there. Dr. Shervington is the co-PI. The initiative will play a crucial role in training a new generation of experts dedicated to advancing neuroscience as a way to improve health and health outcomes for all communities. And, a little bit of a pause here. Less than a week ago, we received notice of an award from the NIMHD to our Center for Accelerating Excellence in Translational Science, the ACCESS program. This is a renewal for over $20.5 million. And the PI behind this application, Dr. Jay Vadgama, is with us. Jay? In fact, if you're part of the RCMI team, go ahead and stand as well. One more time. All the RCMI faculty. But our work at CDU doesn't stop in the classroom or with our research. In fact, both of these require us to understand and be in the community here and abroad. CDU is continuing to forge partnerships that are instrumental in expanding our impact and addressing critical community needs. CDU has joined forces with Assemblymember Mike Gibson, Compton College, Compton Unified School District, Kettering Health, St. John's Community Health, and CSU Dominguez Hills to form the Compton Community Health Professions Partnership. The partnership will address disparities in healthcare and improve educational attainment by creating a school-to-employment pipeline for residents of Greater Compton. Another example of CDU's community service is our Black Maternal Health Center of Excellence, led by Drs. Bita Amani, and Dr. Brandy Desjardins. This center has expanded access to prenatal care in the County of Los Angeles and has already served over 300 families on an ongoing basis. Congratulations. Indeed, this center was recently awarded $9 million to continue its development. Overseas, our international footprint continues to grow as CDU students, faculty, and staff have traveled the world to observe, learn from, and participate in healthcare activities in some of the world's most underserved and under-resourced regions and countries. These have included Zambia, Guatemala, Cuba, and the Dominican Republic. In fact, we welcomed representatives from Rwanda and the Dominican Republic to our campus to exchange ideas and knowledge during the past year. These global engagements underscore our commitment to health equity, not just locally, but on an international scale. It all relates back to the CDU Advantage, our unique curriculum based on 5 specific pillars: research, social justice, international exposure, experiential community education, and health policy. So that's our future. The path ahead is filled with opportunities for growth, innovation, and deepening impact. But we will need your support. As Dr. Martin Luther King once said, the time is always right to do what is right. Let us take this moment to commit ourselves to doing what is right for our community, our future, and for the generations to come. This includes our ambitious plan to increase the enrollment of CDU students from just under 1,000 where it is today to 2,000 over the next 5 years. CDU's enrollment growth is already rebounding, and we're looking to build on this momentum. This growth will be supported by the expansion of our academic programs and our research initiatives, including the introduction of a new Master of Science in Genetic Counseling program, including the broadening of our radiologic technology degree program, and including our commitment to train nurses and nurse practitioners at the baccalaureate, master's, and doctoral levels. Indeed, we have just achieved accreditation to develop a physical medicine and rehabilitation residency program. Congratulations. We also have some exciting news on the horizon for our biomedical sciences research program. CDU, in partnership with the Lundquist Institute at Harbor-UCLA Medical Center, is exploring the launch of a PhD program. This would be a significant step forward, building on the success of our Masters of Science program in biomedical sciences, which has previously been recognized 3 years in a row, by the way. Is that correct, Dean Farini? 3 years in a row as the #1 such program in the entire United States. Programs like these are going to give our students the hands-on experience necessary to excel in their fields. These opportunities are vital for equipping our future healthcare leaders with the skills and knowledge they need to deliver high-quality care to diverse communities. Meanwhile, medical education programs continue to grow at CDU. Building on the legacy of our historic Drew UCLA medical education program, our new CDU MD program recently welcomed our second cohort of 60 medical students. This brings our current total of 226 medical students on our campus. And as we continue to grow, we look forward to increasing this total number of enrollment to 240 in the very near future. This expansion is a significant step in addressing the physician shortage and the diversity crisis in medicine in the state of California. Indeed, our MD program has brought unprecedented diversity to medical student enrollment. In fact, our students by themselves have increased the number of African American medical students in the state of California by almost 20% just by our program. Over 75% of these medical students are from underrepresented groups, a stark contrast to the 20 to 30% national average. Practically all of these students have received Pell Grants in college, and over half are the first in their families to attend college, let alone medical school. These metrics are very different from the traditional, typical medical student population. This diversity is not just a statistic, it is a source of motivation for communities that have long been underserved and overlooked by the healthcare system. So where are we going to put all these students? That's where the Health Professions Education Building comes in. Last year I shared the news that CDU was granted unanimous approval by the LA County Board of Supervisors. Thank you, Los Angeles County. For a ground lease agreement for the building right over there. Now, if you're wondering where I'm pointing, yes, it's between the Ridley Thomas APLA building and the MLK High School. The HPEB will be a 4-story, 60,000 square foot medical education building that will house the CDU 4-year medical education program, but it will house programs for everyone on our campus and all of our students. It'll be a state-of-the-art hub for education and simulation and an affirmational symbol of our community-founded roots and our unwavering commitment to stand our ground in the fight for health equity. So there have been some amazing heroes who helped move the HPEB forward. The state of California allocated $50 million, that's $50 million. Thank you, Governor Gavin Newsom. But joining the governor are Representative Maxine Waters, Assemblymember Mike Gibson, Senator Steve Bradford, Director Christina Galley of the LA County Department of Health Services, Director Barbara Ferrer of the LA County Department of Public Health, Supervisor Holly Mitchell, along with Caroline Terosas and Claudia Gutierrez from her team. Former Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas. LA County Chief Executive Officer Phasia Davenport. And many, many others who have stood with us to advocate for our mission and pave the way to make an important project a reality. I also want to recognize and thank Kim Boris and her team from the Latham Watkins Law Firm for the pro bono work that has been instrumental and valuable to this process. But we're not across the finish line yet. We're at the starting line. We still need approximately $10 million to fully fund this $80 million construction project. We're getting closer and closer. So I invite you all to be part of the transformative project by contributing to the CDU Rising campaign at www.cdru.edu/CDU Rising, all one word. Looking beyond the HPEB, our work also continues to secure the 12-acre lot just across the street that was a former home of the Lincoln Drew Elementary School. I should mention some of our staff on campus are graduates of that elementary school. We plan to extend our campus at that location, further expanding our footprint and enhancing our ability to serve the community with cutting-edge education and health initiatives. So in considering how to fund our future, it's important to acknowledge our financial challenges that we currently face. Our university's financial health, while improving in some areas, remains strained due to an operating deficit driven by lower than anticipated, but currently improving significantly enrollment. We've been in this position before, and it's our history of resilience that gives us the strength to stand our ground during these turbulent times. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a profound impact on enrollment across higher education, but CDU is undeterred in our commitment to overcome these obstacles. Honestly, I could not be prouder of our university and those within our community who tirelessly dedicate themselves to advancing our mission toward achieving our vision of excellent health and wellness for all in a world without health disparities. As a result, I can say with complete assurance that the state of our university is extremely strong. And I am confident that together we will achieve even greater heights in the years to come. CDU is and will always be community founded. And I promise you that we will always stand our ground. Before I finish, I want to recognize some special guests who are here with us today. We have Steve Keck and Allison Keller from the W.M. Keck Foundation. Thank you very much. Annalise Robles from the California Endowment. Elaine Nesbitt, Project Manager on our campus projects. From co-architects, we have Winford Thomas. Our chief contractor for the HPEB is Turner Construction. Joining us is Adam DeMuria. Adam. We have Natal Patel representing Senator Bradford. We have Dean Arnold representing Assemblymember Mike Gibson. We have Mercy Ciodia from the UniHealth Foundation. Jonathan Yang from the Office of Supervisor Holly Mitchell. Nicole Jones from the State Controller's Office, Deputy State Controller. Dominique Woods from the CDU Alumni Council. We have CEO Costello de la Rocha from Altamed. Crystal Crawford from the Weingart Foundation. Ron Yellow from Common Spirit and others. As I mentioned before, Claudia Gutierrez from the Supervisor's Office. So before I say thank you, I just want to invite everyone who's interested to travel about 200 yards away to the site of the Health Professions Education Building. And remember, our message today is CDU standing our ground. We're doing well, getting stronger. I'm looking forward to an ever greater future for this university on behalf of the community we serve. Thank you for being here this morning. Shut up. We do have a resolution. This is from the California State Controller's Office. Thank you very much. I do want to recognize our new president of our Academic Senate. And joining us is Dr. Mohsen Bazargan. Mohsen, you've been with this university for 70 years, or is it 80 years? Something like that. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me. If you registered to attend, but you did not check in and get your red luncheon ticket, please do so immediately. That is if you registered to attend and did not check in, please go to the guest check-in table to get your red luncheon